The Denver Broncos are at home after successfully making it through another round of limbo. They're proving to be pretty good at that game. They welcome the Kansas City Chiefs to town, setting up a nice showdown between one of the premier secondaries and one of the game's best aerial attacks.
Left side, right there, Smith-Schuster goes against Hilton and he runs a great route.
That aerial attack left a little to be desired in Kansas City's loss to Cincinnati. Patrick Mahomes with a solid if underwhelming performance, 8.1 yards per attempt, 98.2 rating, no INTs.
Mahomes completes it. McKinnon for the touchdown.
Just one touchdown for the guy who leads the league on that front, though. Only 223 yards for a guy that was averaging over 320.
That's almost an interception.
That's a really risky throw.
What made it so tough? The Bengals have been one of the toughest teams to pass on. Mahomes got to see that firsthand. Now he could see it again.
Going deep, looking in the end zone, intercepted a second time!
Broncos coming off a stout showing against a mostly Lamar Jackson-less Ravens squad. Sure, it was a lot of Tyler Huntley, but the QB hasn't mattered much to them this season. They've dominated most signal callers.
Here comes Martin, there goes the ball, and almost intercepted by Surtain.
For all the issues Denver has had winning their 3 football games, it's hard to blame a defense that's 3rd in passing yards allowed, 3rd in total yards allowed, and 2nd in points.
On first down, pass is in the air and picked off by Browning.
This will be a test, though. Kansas City leading the league with more than 300 yards a game, and obviously with so many weapons, that's a challenge for any defense.
This team is the biggest big play team in the league, and they do it even against all-out pressure.
Travis Kelce is Mahomes' favorite and most reliable target, 6th in the NFL in receiving yards among all positions, 300 more yards than the 2nd most prolific tight end. He averages a first down every time he touches the football and is tied for 1st in the league for touchdowns.
Mahomes guns it over the middle, caught 20-yard line into the 15. Kelce, touchdown!
Stopping him is no easy feat, and even if you do, then there's Marquez Valdez-Scantling and Juju Smith-Schuster, reliable targets who don't find the end zone as often as Kelce, but reliably keep the Chiefs' chains moving.
1st and 10. Threads it. Smith-Schuster and another first down. Going deep. Battled for it. And Valdez-Scantling has another catch in this quarter.
The Broncos' pass rush has been solid, if not spectacular, this year. 30 total sacks. Though based on how often they're trailing opponents, there's not much of a reason for opposing teams to pass that often. When it comes to running the football, Kansas City did tally a 4.5 yard per carry average against the Bengals.
With McKinnon. What a hole that was.
Denver did not have any problems with Baltimore's rushing attack, though, just 3.7 yards per play there.
Jewell got a first hand on him, and Simmons came like a torpedo and brought him down.
If the Broncos have any hope of coming out on top in this game, it'll likely mean that defense yet again has to carry the load. And that means getting Kansas City off the field on 3rd downs, an area where the Broncos excel, allowing opponents to convert less than 32% of thirds, 3rd best in the league.
Blitzes on, grabbed by Bessie, outside Duvernay. Not enough for the first, they get to the 47.
Kansas City's conversion rate is above 50%, putting them 2nd best.
Mahomes up in the air and he fumbled as he went across. Did he break the plane first?
Oh, he did the Michael Jordan up on top.
If only Broncos fans could feel confident a solid defensive outing truly helps their chance of getting a W. They just held a team to 10 points and lost.
Moving Russell Wilson, moving him around so he's not just a sitting target, that time not able to make the completion.
Russell Wilson had one of his best games as a Bronco last week, 17 for 22, averaging more than 8.5 yards per attempt, no picks, and yet no touchdowns either. 3 Brandon McManus field goals, the 4th attempt short on what would have been a walk-off winner. It felt very symbolic.
Ball put down, kick is away, short! Baltimore is won!
Chiefs secondary Wilson faces didn't handle Joe Burrow very well. That showing fits how they've fared against most signal callers.
Backpedaling, hand wide open at the 5, and that's a touchdown for Chris Evans.
They do get after the quarterback, Chris Jones leading the way most games. 36 sacks so far as a team, tied for 5th best in the NFL.
He's hit, and he's spun to the turf back at the 46-yard line.
Wilson seems to end up spending a lot of time riding with Cheech and Chong, too. His face ends up in the grass a lot. Denver has allowed the 4th most sacks.
Wilson under pressure.
and down he goes.
Expecting a lot of red chalk picks. Break down any other matchups you think are key. Drop them in the comments section. Let's see what our pickers have.